Hey folks, how's it going? This is Iron Seagull here, back with another speculation video. Once again about high school years, because we got another leak from another random account that was just made recently. But this one looks pretty real, and might also help confirm the curved walls leak from a few days ago. And, well, what happened this time is that the map for the new world of Copperdale has been posted to Twitter. So this account also just created in July, that's just a bunch of random letters and numbers, tweets, hashtag The Sims 4 High School Years World Map Copperdale! This was actually tweeted yesterday evening. It went about 12 hours unnoticed before it was Dylan who tweeted me, and then I retweeted it, and then it started taking off from there. And then I did make that community tab post this morning since I knew I wouldn't be able to make a video about this until later in the day since I was at work. But now we can take a closer look at this map and analyze the details, and it does look really nice actually. I feel the likelihood of this being fake is very low because this looks very much like the Maxis style, and the only person I can think of in this community who can even get close to replicating it has suddenly just gone missing as of a couple of years ago. So I hope they're still doing okay, but this is absolutely a much harder thing to fake than the curved walls leak, but we'll talk about that again later. I think this might be my favorite Maxis map so far in terms of the art, not in terms of lots or anything else. Because I think a lot of the earlier maps just looked really bland and uninspiring, didn't really get me excited to play the game, but the recent maps I think have gotten better. The Moonwood Mill map I think is pretty decent, and I think it was around Snowy Escape I feel they started to get better. And cinematically actually sharpened the image so it is more clear for us to look at. Of course, I will link his tweet in the video description below so you can look at it for yourself as well. I guess what we'll start off with is the total number of lots. So we have 3 neighborhoods and 12 lots in total. And 2 of those seem to be for the high school gameplay because we see one where it has the desk and chair. That obviously is the school lot. And maybe this means that we can build high schools in other worlds? I really hope so. That would help justify this as an expansion pack. Then right next to it we have another lot which looks like it's a podium for its icon. So I think this will be a graduation venue, maybe prom as well, but yeah, I could see this being used for graduation. And I know for my high school prom, we did not have it at the high school. It was at a country club, completely separate. So yeah, I think that makes sense because I even was thinking before, how much are they willing to cram into one lot that I think they might have to separate some of the high school gameplay into another location. So it wouldn't be entirely unrealistic for them to do this. Next, we'll move on to what looks like the downtown section of Copperdale, and that is cool that it does have a pickaxe against the rock for its icon, symbolizing that, yes, this place did used to be a mining town. There are 5 playable lots here, so there is one house near the top, and then to the right-hand side, there is, like, the border around it. That's the only way I think I would have noticed that it was a playable lot in the first place, because I nearly missed it. We also have a venue symbolized by boba tea, so I think that would have to be the thrift store where you can also get the boba tea from. There's also a library. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that there is a library in this town, though I don't use libraries in The Sims 4 that often, so not sure if I'm going to keep that. And then there is a mansion at the bottom, and I think this is actually where the principal is supposed to live. I believe the blog did mention something about the principal living in a mansion made of old money. I wonder how much stuff outside of the lots will be interactive here though. I do see the gazebo near the library, which can be spotted at the end of the reveal trailer. Definitely sucks that we only have a dozen lots in a full expansion pack, but it does help soften the blow when there's more interactive stuff around. I think they did a pretty decent job of that in Moonwood Mill and Werewolves. Last but not least, we have the district that has a carnival and surrounding woods. Also, there seems to be a motel in the back, which is kind of funny because Moonwood Mill also has a decorative motel. So I think this is really going to get people speculating that the next game pack will be hotel management. Can't say I'm surprised that the carnival area is not editable, because it seems like, for the most part, it is rabbit hole buildings. So with the playable lot starting from the left, we have a rental lot. I was not expecting that in a high school expansion pack, but I guess it could go along with the feel where tourists just tend to flock to this area. I'm really interested to see what that one is like up close. It looks like it could potentially fit many Sims in it, like a whole family. Also worth noting, off to the left, we have a dock, which I believe is this one in the end of the trailer. That's very, very brief. I slowed this down to 4%, and I still had to repeat it once, so I wouldn't have to reduce it to 1% speed. Off to its right, we have a much smaller house, and this is where I gotta bring up that curved walls leak, because when we take a closer look at it, at the back, I think that's where that screenshot was taken. There do appear to be a couple of curved walls, and it does have the same brown color that we can see in the leaked screenshot. There even appears to be that window on the left-hand side when you look really closely. So I think this is a match. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the exact same person leaking both the map and the curved walls. Though, I gotta say, as exciting as it is for the game itself, it really sucks that this epic surprise was ruined, because if I was watching the official live stream next week and they had officially revealed it there and that was the first way we were gonna know about them, I think I would have actually screamed out loud. Like, that's such a big deal. It's not just like any old thing, it's curved walls. Oh right, before I move on to the next lot, I think this might actually be an empty lot by default, because we do have the green icon there indicating that the leaker is currently playing with a household here, and I think it probably is a house that was just not built by any of the EA creators, but just rather kind of something just thrown together to, I guess, just play the game. Next we have a house that looks fairly large and has a household in it, and I'm assuming this is going to be one of the pre-mades that just do come with the pack. Right next to it we have a park. From what I can tell, there isn't really much apart from trees. I think there's a big hill in the middle, but I think this could actually double as an empty lot since there isn't much going on here. Just easily rezone it to whatever you want if you don't want it to be a park. And then there is another empty house that is next to it. I'm assuming this is going to be a starter home. It kind of has that look to it. It looks like it could be cheap enough. That's pretty much it. So thank goodness there's more than just 7 lots for an expansion pack. That would be absolutely awful. 12 is a lot better, though I still think that's not enough. For a game pack, this would be amazing. But for an expansion pack, the bare minimum, in my opinion, should be 15, because we tend to have a maximum of 5 lots per neighborhood, and worlds nowadays tend to have 3 neighborhoods at the most, so that would add up to 15. Even if, say, 3 of the lots were empty, I'd be totally fine with that. I mean, the gallery is there, even for those of us like me who don't really like building their own lots that often. Still though, this map does make me a lot more excited to see this world in better detail than what we saw in the trailer. I wonder if it could end up being one of my favorite worlds. It's way too early to call that for sure, but I think potentially this could be really good for settling down with families, especially considering the theme of this pack. I do hope that whatever world we get after Copperdale will be a lot different of a theme, because I've noticed lately we're getting a lot more rural and wooded areas, and that is starting to look a little bit repetitive, as pretty as they are. And I know I said this during my Werewolves Let's Play, which by the way is not dead, I just haven't had time to record more episodes yet. But I would love to see a lot more of an urban area, like San Myshuno in terms of how dense it is. San Myshuno was made pretty early on in The Sims 4's life cycle, So I'd be interested in seeing what they could pull off with the city world now that they've gotten so much better at making worlds, and all the features that are in the game now, and having swimmable areas, because San Myshuno doesn't have any of those. I would be concerned about the number of lots, because it'd probably have maybe half the amount that San Myshuno has, and there probably shouldn't be as many apartments as that world, so it doesn't take away too much from city living. That's all I gotta say for now, so feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think the map and curved wall leaks are real? And be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!